Hello, it's me, Shelley Block, with my weekly video PSA. You're not going to hear my regular PSAs for a few weeks because starting tomorrow, we are going to be solely focused on my annual vocal concert, which will be done in a coronavirus format. So we will need to do this over a 2-week period. So that being said, I was going to do something very lighthearted today, but unfortunately, I can't because we are just not learning. I mean, we as a society are just not learning what is going on here in this crazy, crazy country and world, because it ain't no better roses in Europe either, or the Middle East or Asia. So let's get that straight. That being said, once again, Benjamin Crump, who I talked about a few weeks ago, has another case he has to handle now because of what took place in Minneapolis. Now, I want to really, now I'm really not talking to my black brothers and sisters on this one, but again, white people, listen. Dylan Roof shoots up a black church, kills people. He gets apprehended by the police and gets treated to a Burger King lunch. All right? In Minneapolis, he wrote a bad check and got murdered, and it was caught on camera for everybody to see. So you don't like the Dylan Roof comparison? Okay, how about all you yahoos screaming, USA, USA, screw the Arabs, screw the Arabs. Yeah? Remember the Boston bombers? The two brothers? Well, okay, one of them got killed in pursuit. They found the other brother cowering in somebody's backyard on their boat. And they took him in. I'm sure he got a meal too. I'm sure of it. And people say, oh, but we had to know the motive of these terrorists. We know the motive. They were a bunch of frickin' losers, a bunch of assholes. What kind of motive do you need? Assholes. Got it? Okay. This goes on. What happened in Central Park, which could have been a disaster. A disaster. Thank God the man filmed what was going on, or he would have been shot dead. And you know it. I'm sick of this. Oh, and then you're going to feel better about your whiteness, saying, oh, look at the people, they're burning, they're doing this, they're doing that. Okay, let's be clear here. I do not support burning down businesses that support the community. But do you actually know most of the people who did this? Do your research. Go on some reputable sites that keep on getting taken down and then keep on getting put back up. Most of the people protested non-violently. All right? Non-violently. All right? Oh, and then you see, now they went out in the police station and the taxpayers are going to have to pay money to fix the police station. Guess what else your taxpayer money is being spent on? To pay these 4 officers their salary. Even though they got fired, they're going to get their pension. How about that? How about that? That's where your taxpayer money is going to. So don't give me this crap if that makes you feel better about being white and privileged. I've had it. I've had it. This is ridiculous. But you see, this isn't new. We just now can see it on camera. Please. I also want to talk to my black brothers and sisters. I want you to know that most non-black people are okay. We're with you. We're with you. I just really want you to know that. There are more good people in this world than not. There are. But please, don't be posting, oh, see, they destroyed this and that. It's wrong. I understand. Listen, I have police officers in my family, okay? Has nothing to do with that. Listen, most police officers are okay, but you've got this segment, and they get protected by the system. Now listen, I think not everyone might know this or not, but my daughter worked for around 3 years with the Newark police. And, you know, in the hood of Newark. And she did community outreach. So she saw lots of stuff, you know. And most of the cops in that precinct are black. And my daughter was really like one of the only white people in the office, in the precinct. But she did community outreach because she also speaks Spanish fluently, and you know she's very good. You know, she's used to. She was raised with parents who always had, you know, black, brown friends, you know, relatives. So this is like second nature to her, right? And also our working colleagues, very diverse. So this was second nature to her. So she saw a lot of stuff. And it also hurt her when, if there was some police action maybe in another state or whatever, everyone would get enraged and start throwing stuff at her precinct when they were the ones going out into the community to outreach with the folks. So, you know, I see both sides, that there are a lot of good police officers, but you got to understand that the protection also comes because if someone speaks out in the police force, if they see something, their reputation, their livelihood could be taken away from them. However, what happened in Minneapolis, it was already being filmed. So you think those other officers could have said something and you would have it captured on film? It was they're just as guilty. They're just as guilty. The man was handcuffed. What do you mean he was resisting arrest? He was handcuffed. Come on now, folks. Come on. And people have every right to be pissed off. So now I also want to deal with this so we're clear here that this is not anti-police. It's anti-screwed up bad actors in the police force. Okay? Now, let's go to this other issue, which really pisses me off too. People assume if you're liberal, Democrat, that you don't like the troops. You know, people throw in my face, well, you know, service people, you know, oh, we got to support the troops, the soldiers. Let me tell you something, you're all full of shit because you don't give a shit. It has nothing to do whether you're going to vote for Trump or Biden. Your argument means nothing to me. You know why? Because I heard this crap in the 80s with Ronald Reagan. Oh, the troops. Oh, he loves the troops. He does not. Because I lived in Manhattan in the early 80s, and my friend was a social worker, and she told me You're going to see a lot of veterans out on the street now because the Reagan administration's cutting everything for like the mentally ill people, because there were a lot of people came back from Vietnam. They were really, really messed up. And I was living in Manhattan, and sure enough, especially around 42nd Street, oh my God, mentally ill veterans just thrown out onto the street like a piece of trash. Oh yeah, thank you for your service. USA, USA. And who do you think is dying from this virus now? A lot of veterans, a lot of veterans. So don't give me your shit about, oh, well, the military. You know what? We love our servicemen and women. We love our servicemen and women. But you know what? Don't give me your crap either. Okay? So, I know I'm a little worked up today. I promise you that next week I'll just give you an update, a nice little update on how my recording is going for our beautiful concert. But listen, folks, you got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep your eyes open. And we have to support our Black brothers and sisters. We have to support. All right? And just remember, what you sometimes see on TV is not exactly the full story. I love you all. Please, please. There's more of us than them. We are good people. All right? Peace. Mwah.